Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the week ahead video from Synergy Signals. We'll be going over the various pairs we look at, FX pairs today, and always really we focus on the FX market. We'll be looking at the market cycle and identifying any harmonics that pop up in that market cycle. So before I continue, customary risk warning that trading really is risky. You will lose money trading if you don't have the necessary experience, or if you dive straight into it thinking it's easy, you will definitely lose all your money. You have to treat trading with respect. You have to learn habits that are going to put you in a better space to make money or be successful at least. Before I start, as I said, trading is risky. Margin-based products such as CFDs, spread bets, options, and futures inherently high risk. If you are thinking there is protection for you from taking these signals, you're wrong, because they're an unregulated activity, meaning there's no personal advice given to you. It's your responsibility to make sure you're comfortable with what's going on. Synergy is authorized and regulated by the FCA. This service, however, is not, as for the reasons mentioned before. Right, let's start. So we've had a top month. September's been an absolutely fantastic month for us, for the premium group in particular. The standard group doesn't get as many trades. The premium group's getting more trades, and it's had a very successful month. The trades we sent out on Friday, we sent out a Euro CAD, which looks like it's on its way to some decent gains, and we also sent some other trades as well, which we'll cover. So let's begin. AED CAD, first in the list. AED CAD is showing us its intentions. I found this one quite hard to get back involved with. Let's see what we have. So first of all, we've got this structure that may look confusing to you, but if you study or go back in time and look at the videos, you'll realize it's not that confusing. Each movement or move up before it moves back down, these are characterized by interruptions in price. So we have one here and one here. So ultimately you have two interruptions in a trend, one here, one here, one here, one here. This is a little bit choppy, but amongst that, this blue bat shape pattern is actually a harmonic pattern that gives us turning points. And we've identified here using the red move, like with label it A to B, AB equals CD in length, which it does pretty much. And it came down. BC is equal to another BC here, apart from the wick. And we project, these aren't exact, but they're giving us guidance. They're projecting where price is heading ultimately. So what we have here is the third leg. Ultimately, we've got interruption 1, interruption 2, and the third leg. I missed this retest because we retested the wicks. I like to see the bodies retested, but ultimately it's a high, 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 low, high, high, waiting for the high, low to come in. Let me just check the harmonicness of this. We sent this trade, by the way, down here. We've had this up 300 pips since we sent it. So really happy with that. And now we're at the 78.6% retracement. You don't mess around with this one too much. We might spike a little bit above it. This pattern is very close to being done in my eyes now. So I'm not one for sending that off a fib. I mean, that's just not what I do. But that is enough information to let us know that we're coming in for, some pain on this one. So this has given us 1, 2, 3 weeks of rise. Markets work in threes. We've seen the third high. And we're expecting price to, I'm not going to be buying it, put it that way. All right, moving on. AED-CHF. This is one we sent out. It gave us 140 pips. We got in down here. I'm not going into why I'm entering or how I'm entering. I'm just showing you what I'm seeing. It's also given us a third week of rise. So on the proviso of that happening, we aren't expecting, well, it gave us a rise and then back to the start. So nothing signposting me where we're heading on that. If I have a look at the bigger picture, you can see the interruptions again, 1 interruption, 2 interruptions. And then within these swings, you can see the 1, 2, 3 again. It's quite, remember those magic eye diagrams when you were younger? You stare at a poster and go boss-eyed and all of a sudden, wow, I can see it. It's one of those moments. When you can see it, you'll get that moment. So at the minute, we're in this, came all the way down to test this wick on this nasty ass candle here. This looked like the bottom to me, and we looked like we're getting high highs, high lows, but the market pulled the rug here. There was a policy change, and then we came down in 1, 2, 3 again. And at the minute, we're creating some form of a double bottom. We are in this, waiting for TP3. It's a peak trade, so it's slightly riskier, so I'm passing. AED, NZD, this is one we're looking for shorts on, and it looks to me like we're developing that. This is the first big zone of consolidation I could identify. And within that consolidation, you can see this A, B, C, D up to here. Didn't touch it, so I didn't take it. We've also broken it down in an A, B equals C, D. It hasn't completed yet. But what's giving it away slightly is we've got a 1 and a 2, and I do expect a 3. However, You have to get your head straight, because this is higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low still. Even if you think that it's broken down, the trend hasn't broken down yet. So a slightly risky trade from that perspective. Is there anything setting up to make things easier for us? Yes, the first thing that's setting up is that we've broken this trend down with this move here. We've now created what's known as a Gartley buy, so we could get somewhere up to here and then resume the selling. But if you count it crudely, you've got a 1, a 2. I'm waiting for messing around down here when it's clearer. So if we break this, I'm in. Moving on, AUD/USD. AUD/USD is, it should be hung up in one of the art museums. Just amazing. Amazing. And we're setting up to move now. So expecting AUD weakness. Looking at this map here, we are in the second zone lower. Look, 1, 2, and it's just extended for a long time. So we are expecting a third trend lower to test this low. That means dollar strength. Now, what have we been served up? So lots of confusion. Whether you have big wicks, you shouldn't ignore them if you're beginning, but I understand where the real move would have stopped ultimately. This is all slippage on brokers and not futures pricing, which I've checked. So what have we got here? So we have here an ABCD that's nearly complete, ABCD that's completed. We have a price is just trying to suck people into longs. I'm waiting to see a price breakdown. I haven't seen it yet, and it's still high highs, high lows. So passing on that, but we know the direction. CAD CHF, like the other CHF pairs, they are all in a peak. The massive ABCD in blue completed somewhat here and gave us a small retracement, but in hindsight, this is 1. This is 2, and this is 3. And we're just backfilling at the minute in the peak. I don't like these sort of trades, so I'm passing on it. CAD JPY, again, dangerous looking move that, if we're having a look on an easier time frame here, we've got the first zone, second zone, could be a peak of 3, or it could just be a high, 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 low. It's looking a little bit jittery now. The harmonics came in. We took this harmonic here, put it here, and held up price. The fact that we've taken out this low here is disguised by the wick. But that is quite a determined move lower. I'm not trading that, so it doesn't bother me. I don't trade Japanese pairs. Euro AED, this is one I have high hopes for. Look at this beautiful pattern. So we have the 1, the 2, and the 3 again. We have the 1, the 2. We haven't seen the 3 yet. We will see the 3. So this consolidation zone, we're coming back to the lows of it, creating a slightly higher low than before and trading off this low. This could be an A, B, C, D. Probably will be, because that's just how markets work out. But is there any delivery on this smaller time frame? The only thing that we can identify is that we completed 3 weeks of drop, and the markets won't give us another week of drop next week because it works in 3s. It might give us lower price, but it shouldn't close lower. So we need to keep our eyes open. This could be the first anchor point of the W, or it can't. So we need to wait. It's too early to do anything, apart from knowing the trade's in line with the trend. EuroCAD, this is one that we've had great success with. Here's the pattern. We're in the first zone higher. Oh, where's it gone? So we're in the first zone high, having seen 1, 2, and 3. And we're just looking to break up to the outside. This could be an absolute screamer. The pressure's really building on us breaking higher into level 2 rise. Now, if I can have a look what we have on the 4 hour, things will be clearer again. So on the 4 hour, you can identify off the V low, we've got first zone, second zone. We're in the second zone of consolidation at the minute, and we're making high highs, high low, high high, high low, and we're just jumping on that bandwagon, keeping it as simple as that. What have we seen here? High high, high low, high high, high low. Saw the second leg, very important. See the second leg, some irrational price here, and we took the rise. We took the green bar rise. Yeah, we wait to see if we get rewarded, but I believe we will. Well, I shouldn't say that because I jinx it, but the big risk for that trade is a gap down Friday night. Euro CHF, another one of the CHF pairs. AUD CHF is better behaved, as is this one. Can identify the cycle. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Double bottom. This is generational long area. The market's looking heavy. What does it want to do? We don't know, so we pass. Euro JPY, just for evidence that we're looking similar to CAD JPY with this aggressive move lower. Hasn't broken trend yet, so can't really call that a level 1 drop. Euro NZD, another mega beast of a pattern like Euro AUD. First zone, second zone. Slight breakdown, but still a higher low in price. Let's see if there's any sequence for us. There's no sequence there for me, so I'm passing on that. Euro USD, this is one we sent out. We sent it here. We got this move. What's going on with it? It's threatening like Euro CAD to break out of its first zone of consolidation. Here's the highs. Pressure is on. It looks good for a rise. GP AUD, another one like Euro AUD, Euro NZD. These are the pairs you want to keep your eye on. We're at the middle of the zone where it becomes a bit 50-50, but we expect higher prices. High, 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 low, high, 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 low, change of structure, break of structure. looking good. GBP CAD, this is exactly the same thing that Euro USD, Euro CAD were all doing before it broke out into level 2 rise. Easy, nothing on for me there. I'm waiting for the second zone of consolidation to come in. This one, Euro GBP CHF, we're getting the retest we've been waiting for. Again, the pattern on the way down, pattern on the way up, expecting higher prices. I like that retest structure. Needs to come a little bit more for me, but we're pretty much there at the moment. We're retesting, we're grounding the pattern. Now I need to watch for a reasonable bounce, and then by that time, there should be some better action completed that I can identify. GBP USD is another one that I missed to my sins. Missed this one, but it's an amazing pattern. Again, breaking out. Like we're waiting on Euro USD, like we're waiting on Euro CAD, bullish pattern, looking good, high, low, wonderful stuff. Enter DCAD. This is another top trade. We sent this out, we've hit 150, lows of consolidation one, expecting higher prices. Beautiful looking pattern. What have we got here? A change and a break. Difficult to get back into this one, but we've got 2 weeks of rise. 1, 2. We're expecting a third, so we do have the 1, the 2. Difficult one to get into. Because you already had the structure here that showed you the 3's done. So, but we are expecting higher prices next week. Can I see it better here? You could have gone in there. It'd have been a nasty drawdown. Would have been a bit nasty. But we've got 2 weeks of rise, 2 days of rise. It's all pointing to another rise, but we've got to catch it right. And we're at the top of the zone at the minute. So we'll wait on that. Enter DCHF, another one of my favorites, pushing the highs. This one looks better behaved. There's been a lot of strength in New Zealand at the minute. Again, same sort of thing, 1, 2, 3. This is a peak low though. Probability is lower. NZD, USD, same as AUD, USD, expecting lower prices, waiting to get involved. No breakdown in price yet. Gold, monstrous. I believe it's coming to the end of its move. This is the peak. You can see consolidation 1, consolidation 2, and the peak move past. And then we're back onto the old favorite. This is my favorite. This is a Mona Lisa contender like GBP, AUD, Euro AUD, Euro NZD. Beautiful thing. Look at it. Trying to make an aggressive move up. Showed aggression on the way down. Held the lows. We bought this down here because we could see 1, 2, 3. We knew the trend was over. First zone, but it's not the first zone. This is the shelf, I like to call it. We're going to move up here, consolidate, and move again and consolidate. So there you have it, folks. I'm not going to go any further. I won't do the indices or crypto yet. That's for other channels. If you like this content, please feel free to message me. If you wish to learn anything about it, message me again. I have a sister group called MelonsTrade, which is away from the regulated side of things, so I can show you more education. That's on YouTube. Please do join. And on the MelonsTrade website, I am in the process of giving away a free ebook, 60-page ebook, which will cover these concepts for you to consider. You would need to join the Telegram group for MelonsTrade and sign up to the newsletter to get access to that. But that's all to come. It's difficult because I'm doing all this on my own. It's my skill and my passion. So there we have it. Have a good rest of your Sunday, folks, and I'll catch you next week. Wish you all the best. Cheers.